Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing this evening? Let's get into a short little vlog today because I have had a long day already, and I didn't think that I would film that many videos. I feel like that is like my mantra for 2024. I wasn't going to film videos today. I wasn't going to film that many videos because it was Cousin Fun Day and we had brunch with our family friend, and so I didn't get home until like 3:30, and I was like, I probably won't film that many videos, and I literally have filmed on every channel except for my BookTube channel. And the only reason that I didn't film on my BookTube channel today was because the video that I wanted to do today was the announcement of the June books for a True Crime Book Club and Peter's Book Club. Now, we've already picked the book for a True Crime Book Club. Our next True Crime live stream is this upcoming Sunday, and it is on the Facebook group for a True Crime Book Club. So just come over there and we're doing the live streams for there. Mel's like the one that's like hosting it, and then I come in and join, and then people can guest and comment on all that kind of stuff. So we're going to talk, this upcoming Sunday is the discussion of the April book, which was American Black Widow by Greg Olson, and I actually have not listened to it yet. I always wait until like the week before to read it or listen to it, and I'm currently in the middle of Murder Road by Simone St. James, so I'm going to pause that. And I've been listening to a lot of music when I walk, and my walks haven't been as long. That's one of my goals for this upcoming week, is to like get back to my long walks again. And so I've been listening to music, I've been downloading a lot of music recently. I took my allergy medicine earlier and my throat is so itchy. But I have to listen to that book. So the book's actually not that long. And I'm kind of in the mood for a true crime book anyway. So I'm going to pause Murder Road, and I'm going to get into American Black Widow, which looks really good. Mel said it was really good. So, and have that done by Sunday, and then Sunday is our discussion of that. And then we'll also announce the June book. So the month of like May, we always talk about the book before. We'll probably also talk about some of our last books, because we haven't really done a huge discussion over most of the books since October. So when we did the last book club was kind of like a trial run at that. There weren't a lot of people in there, so just depending on like what people want to talk about is what we'll talk about. But we will definitely be covering the April book. It's at 4 p.m. Eastern time on the Facebook group for a True Crime Book Club. So, but I haven't picked the June book yet for Peter's Book Club, and I think the May book is How to Solve Your Own Murder. I haven't read that yet for May yet. I always wait until the end of the month to read, or like right before the book club for True Crime Book Club, or the end of the month for Peter's Book Club usually. Now April, here we are, it's summer again, the planes are outside. For the Amy Tintera book, Listen for the Lie, or Listen to the Lie, I actually just did my review of that the other day, and I also did the review of the March books, the John Grisham books. I'm trying to go back and do reviews of the last like 6 months of books for Peter's Book Club. But for the Amy Tintera, I like read that on the 1st of April and like finished it at the airport when we were flying back, which was I think Easter Sunday. It's March 31st or April 1st, I can't remember. But anyway, so I have to listen to that book and then listen to this one, but I'm really excited about both those books. So the book club is this Sunday, but I haven't picked a book for June yet for Peter's Book Club. So, and also we're doing Summer of Serial Killers on a True Crime Book Club, but it's kind of like with a twist a little bit. So if you're like to read about serial killers and all that kind of stuff, Mel actually, she like sent me 4 books and she's like, what do you think about these? And so I was like, there was like 2 or 3 of them that I really liked, and so I was like, let's just pick one out of these. And so, and like this one was the one that most applied to the Summer of Serial Killers. So I'm really excited about this book. And actually I was telling Nikki about it, and Nikki was like, oh, I wanted to read that book for a while. And Tanya, who doesn't even read a lot of true crime, she was like, oh, I saw that book, I wanted to read that too. So Tanya might even join True Crime Book Club for next month. We'll see. But I need to pick a book for June. So if anybody has any suggestions, new cozy mysteries or thrillers that just came out or are coming out this month that you guys would like to read, and I will pick that for the June book, let me know in the comment section below. I want to keep Peter's Book Club because I love to read cozy mysteries and thrillers. And now that it's summertime again, something about summer I always love, like summer into like late fall, I love to read cozy mysteries. And I haven't really read one in a while or listened to one. So it has to be the first book in a series. So if you guys have any suggestions, Stacy recommended a cozy mystery series to me a while ago, and I actually bought, there was like two series by the same author, and I actually bought both of the first books on Audible, and I haven't listened to them yet, so I might actually pick that one for Peter's book club. But I like to pick books that not a lot of people have read, so if you guys have any suggestions, if there's a new book that you want to read, please put it in the comment section below. I would love that. Yeah, so this is going to be a short little vlog. Alex is like on his way home from work. He was like getting some stuff done that he didn't get done yesterday. Last night, what did we do last night? Oh, so we watched Vanderpump Villa last night. I started this Diet Dr. Pepper when I was filming my, I meant to bring a paper towel out here. When I was doing my drama video. I filmed all my videos out here today. It was really nice. Oh, so the temperature, you guys want to know the time and the temperature? I just looked, because I'm uploading videos on my phone and on the computer. So the time when I came out here was 6 p.m. on the dot. And the temperature is 71 degrees. Now, it rained. It feels hotter than 71 to me. It's very, very humid in Indianapolis today. And my eyes are itching, and my nose is running, and my throat is itching like crazy. But when I woke up today, so Caroline picked me up at 12:15, and I got up at about 10. And it was pouring down rain, like thunderstorming and pouring down rain. But Riley didn't want to like go out in it, and he usually like doesn't mind the rain, stuff like that. I was saying that the other day. He really didn't want to go out in it. He did, but he didn't want to. And so I brought him in, got him cuddled back into bed in his little purple bed, and put the blanket over him and stuff like that, and got him all settled with some treats and stuff. And then I took a shower and got ready. And so earlier in the day, I was talking about the weather. I'll wait and say what I did for today later. But anyway, so earlier today, it was like pouring down rain. When I came home and I was filming videos, like if you watch it, I did it in this order. I did, hey, how are you guys doing?
Okay.
It's good to see you.
Don't get wet.
I won't. I'm covered. He said don't get wet. That's what I was going to say. Like, if you look at my video, so the first video I filmed when I came home was my haul on my Peter Does Stuff channel. Then I did my drama video. Then my Peterisms video, then my review. No, after my Peterisms, I did my Peter Watches TV video, which is about the Golden Bachelorette. They came and announced who it was. And then I did my review video, and now I'm doing this one. Well, at the beginning of filming those videos, it's like the sun is bright, and it's like coming and going behind clouds. It was like beautiful when I got home from being with Caroline. When I was filming my last video, it started to sprinkle a little bit. And now I guess it's supposed to be like downpour again tonight. So, I don't know. I don't mind the weather. But my neighbor across the street, because she asked me, she said, did you call the woman for the landscaping yet to do your walkway? And I said, yeah, I actually called her today. I said I called her earlier today and left her a message. I haven't heard from her. I had to like schedule all these appointments today on the phone. But I left her a message and I explained how I knew her and what I needed done and what my address was, because she's like, apparently she works in this neighborhood like every single day at different people's houses. So I was like, if you just want to drive by and give me an estimate. Well, she told me, she said she's really, really fair. She was like, she's like $25 an hour, and she does such a great job. She's like meticulous, and she's like, she'll do a great job on this. And so she's like, I said, well, I called her and I said, if I don't hear from her by tomorrow or the next day, I'll call her back again. She's like, yeah, because this rain is pulling out the weeds. I literally have obviously I can just pull it myself, which I'm going to, but I have this like sticky weed over here, whatever you call it, the ones that like hurt if you pull them, you know, right next to my hosta, and it's like taller than my hosta. And here's my neighbor walking barefoot, walking his dog in the rain. Look at you all barefoot, walking your dog in the rain. Huh?
They're just cheap shoes.
You know what's on tonight, don't you?
I know, but it's on late. We can't stay up that long.
I usually wait till Thursdays to watch it.
That's probably what we'll do. Is it the finale?
It's the finale tonight. I'm excited.
There's 4 teams left, though, right?
Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do with it.
Think they'll go 2 hours?
I think they'll go 2 hours.
Go eliminate somebody after an hour and then go on from there?
Yeah, who do you think's going to win?
Those 2 guys are doing awfully well.
Ricky and Cesar, they are doing really good. I like them too because they're so calm through the whole thing.
Yeah.
I really like the 2 Air Force pilots too, Juan and Shane. I like them a lot.
Yeah.
I like all of them. Rod and Letitia I like. The 4th couple are the nurses. The couple that's nurses together.
I don't much care for them.
Well, they fight all the time.
Well, he's nasty.
Yeah, he's not very nice to her.
He's constantly saying it's her fault.
Yeah, I know. He's kind of mean to her.
Yeah.
So they're the only ones that I don't like. They're not my favorite team.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you know, I was saying to somebody a while ago, I was like, I really like every team on there.
Yeah.
Like Survivor, you don't watch Survivor, though. No, she and I watch Survivor and we talk about it, but... Well, you don't let me know who wins if you watch it tonight.
I won't.
Because I'm going to wait till tomorrow and watch it.
And we may not see it till Monday.
Okay.
I don't know. Sometimes we go a week.
Have a good one.
You too.
I was talking to somebody, I can't remember who I was talking to. It was like last night on the phone and they were asking me, it was weird because I didn't even know that they watched Amazing Race. I talked to like 3 people. Who was it? Tanya and I talk about Amazing Race a lot. I think she was asking me who I wanted to win. And I was like, I really don't dislike any of the teams. Like even the team that he was talking about, they fight a lot and he puts her down a lot. He always says it's her fault, and then she starts crying, and she's like, I'm trying as best as I can. It's kind of weird. Like, people don't like to watch that kind of fighting on TV or YouTube videos or anything, right? Like, or movie. I don't love that, like, you know. But, like, because it's interesting because when you watch the other couples, so the couple he's talking about is, like, this gay couple, and they, like, have won, like, everything. Like, 7 challenges, they've come in first place, and the other ones they've come in second, Ricky and Cesar. Well, they're constantly, like, working together as a team and talking about how, like, it's improved their relationship and stuff like that. And then Juan and Shane, who are, like, best friends that were Air Force pilots together, they, like, are always encouraging one another. Like, when one of them, like, and they're best friends, you know, like, when one of them, and they're always talking about how they're doing it for their wives and their families and stuff like that and their kids. And they're always like, when one of them's like really slow and having something hard to do, like the one couple that he was talking about, he's like, come on, you're too slow, you're like making this, you're messing this up for us. But those 2 friends are always like, you can do it, you're doing a great job and whatever. And then the third couple is Rod and Letitia, and I really like them a lot. And he was like an NFL player or something like that. And he's like great at like every sport. And they like kid each other. They remind me of me and Alex a lot because they tease each other a lot. But like he is so encouraging of her. He's like, my wife is not athletic and she kept up with me the whole, because like they run a lot, you know, like on Amazing Race. And so he's like, she kept up with me the whole day and whatever. And I love them as a couple. There's a lot of couples on there I really love. So, but anyway, so that's on tonight. But what was I talking about? Oh, the weather. So yeah, so it's supposed to rain again tonight. I don't even know what I was talking about. I was talking about that. Like I'm all over the place talking about stuff. Somebody commented on a video. It was on like, it was like I think on my Peter Watches TV video. It was like obviously a video like they had never like watched me before or something like that. And they're like, they said commented like, this dude is like all over the place. Like he can't keep a thought straight or something like that. I'm like, you're obviously new because this is like literally my entire time on YouTube. I have never kept a thought straight and jumped from topic to topic. That's literally who I am in real life anyway when I'm having conversations with people. Oh, but that's what I was saying to Tanya. I was saying like, there's not really, it was Tanya I was talking to. I was like, there's not really any couples that I don't like. I think I've actually said it on here too. There's not really any couples or any players that I don't like. On Survivor, like, I don't dislike the people, but their personalities really come out a lot on Survivor, you know? And like Q's not playing, like, he's playing an unfair game, kind of, and he's kind of rude to people behind the scenes, and there's other people that I like, and other people that Survivor I can't wait to watch till tonight, because tonight's going to be a game changer. If they don't get Maria out, if Charlie doesn't get Maria out tonight, then he's stupid. Tonight, Alex and I will watch Vanderpump Rules, because we didn't watch it last night. It was a reunion. And Loot is on tonight. So last night, we watched Vanderpump Villa, and we were like, and Alex, and I was like, I need to lay down. Alex was like, come on, Patrick. He calls me Patrick now. He's David, and I'm Patrick from Schitt's Creek. So he's like, come on, Patrick. Boo and I want to watch some Schitt's Creek. So we watched like 3 episodes of Schitt's Creek. I was like, so falling asleep at that point. So finally, I went upstairs. He's like, okay, fine, we'll go upstairs. So we went upstairs, and he's watching... Why can I never remember the show is? I always want to... It's like Sand something. Well, anyway, it's the show that came before Dead Boy Detectives by Neil Gaiman. It's actually the name of a Neil Gaiman book. I don't know why I can't remember what it's called. But anyway, he's watching that. So he was in bed. And he was so sweet because I was like laying on my stomach. And, oh, I didn't feel great yesterday. My stomach was kind of hurting. And so Alex was being so sweet, like holding my hand and stuff like that while I was sleeping. And then it was like nice for a second. And I was like, okay, I can't like sleep like that. He started laughing. He was like, what? He like got my face. He was like, what? You can't sleep with me all cuddled up and close to you? I was like, come on, I'm trying to sleep. I just want a nap. He was so sweet though, because the night before, like, he knew I didn't get a lot of sleep and whatever, and he was like, okay, tomorrow night, like, if Boo wants to go out 100 times, I'll take Boo out and whatever. And he was very sweet to me last night about all that. So he was watching that show in bed, and I took a nap, and then when I got up, he was asleep. I'm, again, having the weirdo dreams. Is this my husband? No. I always think, like, if it's, like, sounds rattly like that, like a Jeep Wrangler kind of sounds like that. I always think, like, the mailman, the Amazon guy, or whoever delivers Amazon packages in that truck, I don't know who that person is. I haven't seen that car before. Or Alex. Like, it sounds like it's kind of like rattling a little bit like a truck. But anyway, what was I going to say? So, yeah, I'm back to having, like, weirdo dreams again. I guess I didn't really stop. But last night, I had this really... Well, my dad was texting me, like, all night last night. And so I had this dream about my dad, and that must have been why. But he was asking me, like, all these questions about, like, did I remember this happened back in the day? And he was telling me this story and stuff like that, whatever. So, and my dad is so funny because he, like, grammatically texts, like, everything, like, perfectly well, you know? Perfectly and everything like that. Perfectly well. So, but I had this dream when I took my nap, and it was, and I've been writing down my dreams. I looked over here because my phone's inside uploading a video. My dad and I were trying to go to the airport because we were going to Germany. And Alex and my stepmom were meeting us at the airport, and my dad and I were driving, and it was like in the middle of the night, and our plane, I can remember, but the plane was leaving at 6:50, and so we had to get there, but I had to pick up these books first, and my dad kept on saying, these books are really, really important. It was like through the whole dream, my dad was like giving me all this advice. I honestly, like, I woke up and I was kind of freaked out. I was like, my dad, so when my dad's dad died, my dad, like, he tells a story that he, like, had this weird feeling about his dad. I was actually in Fort Wayne visiting my aunt and uncle at the time that my grandpa died, and I was, like, 5 at the time, I think. My dad at the time was, like, an avid runner, and so my dad, like, went for a run, and, like, right when he started his run, he, like, had this weird feeling that something, it was like in the morning, that something had happened to my grandfather. And, like, on his run, my dad said he was like, he's told me the story later, that he was, like, crying, and he was, like, saying goodbye to his dad. He just had this weird feeling. Well, ever since my dad has told me that, like, I was, like, I don't know, I was, like, young when my dad told me that. I remember that we went to his funeral. My dad felt like he had to be strong for all of his siblings and stuff. And so we went into the bathroom at one point, and my dad kind of, like, cried a little bit. And then he was like, okay. And, which is so weird because my dad's, like, a really emotional person. But I remember in that moment, he was like, this is just kind of, like, between you and I. Let's go out there and all this kind of stuff. And my grandfather had been in World War II. That's why my dad didn't know him until he was 4, because my grandma got pregnant and my grandfather went away for 4 years. Then when he came back, he was a homicide detective in Allen County, and so, like, his funeral, I remember his funeral being huge. He was 74 when he passed away, and he had, like, massive heart attack and, like, died instantly. But it's weird that my dad said that. So I had this dream last night. My dad and I are going to the airport, and we're, like, gonna be late. Like, I always worry about, like, being late for flights and stuff like that. Like, we always leave, like, with insane amount of time. Like, we sit at the airport for, like, 2 hours before boarding because, like, I'm always worried about, like, our flights being late and stuff like that. I feel like I've had so many people that I know that are, like, they're always like, oh yeah, I missed my flight. I'm like, how do you do that? Like, how do you miss a flight? Like, I don't think I've ever missed a flight. Knock on wood. Now I say that, right? But, like, I don't think I have, because I'm always so worried about it. And I'm always like, and isn't that so expensive to rebook a flight and all that kind of stuff? People that I know just act like it's no big deal. Oh yeah, I missed my flights, whatever, you know, I got the next one out. I'm like, don't you have to pay, like, the exact, I mean, you don't get that money for your ticket. Like, anyway. So, this dream, I'm like, we're going to the airport, and I have to get these books, and I have to get them in this elevator at the airport. I don't know why I know this in the dream, but I know this, right? And I don't know what these books are, but my dad keeps on telling me about it. But throughout the whole dream, my dad's, like, giving me all these, like, words of wisdom and telling me all these things, right? And so when I woke up, like, I remembered that. I, like, wrote down some of the things that my dad said to me in my dream. And a lot of them were things that, like, my dad's never said to me in my entire life. And I just had this weird feeling. I was like, oh, God, please don't, like, have something happen to my dad, right, when I woke up. But I texted him today. He was totally fine. So, but it was, like, kind of a weird, like, almost like a premonition kind of thing. But anyway, what was I going to say? But in a dream, I got these books. But these books, it was weird. They were all, like, I wish could read you guys what I had written down, because I wrote it down like right after I had the dream. But the books were like hardback books, and they were all not autobiographies. They're all like memoirs and biographies of classic rock bands, like David Crosby and Neil Young and Bob Dylan and all these people that my mom and my dad both loved. It was like always like hardbound like memoirs and biographies about them. And I can remember my dad, like, about the books, he kept on saying, like, live your life as if there's going to be a book written about you. And, you know, like, enjoy it as much as you can. Live it like these people that, like, were musicians and have this, like, great life and whatever. And, you know, don't ever take it for granted. He kept on saying that stuff to me in my dream. And so, anyway, but then the next thing I remember, like, my dad was, like, letting me out of the car at the airport, and I said, you're not going to go? And he goes, and this is what freaked me out about the dream. He goes, no, I'm not going on this trip. And I was like, okay, and I didn't question it, like, in the dream, and I just, like, went, and I made the plane by 6:50. I remember I looked at I sat down, and I looked at my watch, and it said 6:40. And I sat down, and when I sat down, like, Alex and my stepmom were sitting next to me, and my dad wasn't on the flight. That freaked me out. So, anyway, that was that dream. So I got up, and then, what did I watch last night? I did not watch The Valley last night. I talked to Tanya for a long time. Did not watch The Valley last night, so I still have to watch The Valley tonight. I think this is the season finale, maybe, this week was. I don't know. Either this week or next week's the season finale, I think. And Vanderpump Villa is good. We thought last night was the season finale, but it looks like it's going to be next week, because, like, right at the very end of the show, she kept on saying we're almost at the end of the summer season of, it sounds like Rosabella. It's called Rosabella. She was like, so Alex is like, are they at the end of the season? I was like, I guess. But then they had, like, new guests that came right before it, like, these new people that just came right before. It's like their last one. So they're like, there's next week too. I think, right? Or was it the season finale? No, there's one more. There's one more. Because they showed the previews for next week on the season finale. And it's where Lisa, like, sits Telly down, and she's like, if you don't want to be here, you're going to pack your bags. I'm like, you're kicking somebody out, like, literally the last day of the show. Like, that doesn't even make any sense. And the Schitt's Creek ones we watched, I don't remember what order. We watched Moira getting her dress for the premiere of the movie, where she's the bird lady, and she goes, caw, caw, caw. She gets that dress. But then they have to get a water heater for the hotel, so she doesn't end up getting the dress. And she's like, just somebody take, like, a picture of me, like a mental picture or something like that of her in this dress. And they all just kind of, like, look at her like that. And she goes, or a real picture. And they all, like, take out her phone. That was one of them. Oh, the second one we watched was when Jocelyn is, like, obsessed with the band Poison, and Poison cancels. And so they, all of them, the Jazzy Gals, which is the choir, they go to the casino to, like, have a fun time. And they eat, like, these pot brownies, and so, like, and get, like, drunk on the way. They're on this cheap champagne. And so Jocelyn is, like, she's, like, a new mother on the show. Like, she's had a son that's, like, 30, Mutt, and then she just got pregnant and had her baby. And so she's, like, wanting to be crazy and wild again, like she was when she was young. And so Moira says something to her about, like, she gives her all of her quarters for, like, playing, like, gambling. She says, just, like, live wild or something. And so she goes and gets this, like glam rock hairstyle from, like, the 80s. It's hilarious. But anyway... And she's, like, in the bus on the way back. She's like, we all still like it, right? She's, like, looking at it in this mirror, like... And then the last one we watched, I think, was where Patrick has his housewarming party, and they play Spin the Bottle, and Ted has to kiss David, and Patrick and Alexis get really pissed about it. That was the last one I think we watched. Oh, no. I guess we watched 4 of them. Unless some of those are combined. Because sometimes there's, like, 2 things going on in one episode, so I don't remember. But we also watched the one where David and Stevie, and I don't know what order we watch these in, but I thought we watched the Patrick one last, his housewarming. But we also watched the one where Stevie and David go to the hotel because she likes that guy Amir, who is the blog writer, the travel blog writer for hotels. And so she meets him there, and David's doing karaoke. And he's, like, drunk, and he's, like, obsessed with, like, he thinks he's running the karaoke show, and he's, like, he keeps on calling it his set. He has, like, 4, he's like, no, I have 2 more songs in my set. It's, like, hilarious. And he does, like, Mariah Carey Fantasy and stuff like that. I mean, he doesn't actually sing it, but, So yeah, I love that show so much. So then, after I got up from my nap, I had a wonderful nap, got up, which I knew, like today, I had to get up, right, early and do all this kind of stuff. Did I talk to Tanya after that? I talked to Tanya twice last night. I talked to her before, and then she called me back. She's like, oh, there was something I forgot to tell you. She's been, like, so busy, and we were talking about, like, what day this week we can get together and go to a meeting and go to lunch. So she was like, well, she was going to a meeting tonight with her sponsor, and then she was like, so we could do, like, Thursday, or we could do, like, Friday, or we could do, like, Saturday, and she can't do Sunday. So I said, that's fine, because Alex and I do brunch on Sundays anyway. But, and she's like, if you want to come over here and watch a movie some night, too, we can do that. I think Alex has plans either on Friday or Saturday night. I can't remember. So I'll connect with him and figure that out. I might go over there. But sometimes I just like to sit at home and just, like, I'm so, like, so... First of all, okay, so last night I watched The Walking Dead. I can't remember what episode I was on. I have, like... Well, I have, like, less... I have, like, 6 or 7 episodes left, I think. No, I have to have more than that. I just got to the part where Negan shows up and the Commonwealth is trying to take down... I don't want to ruin it for anybody, but they're trying to take down that apartment building. And then all that happens. And then they go their separate ways. And then they're like, but who stole the guns? And then they show who stole the guns. And they're like, oh, she's still around? That was that person. But then there was something else that happened at the Commonwealth after that, where they figured something out. Oh, and then I think the last one I watched was when Daryl and Rosita had to go into that house because the governor's son wanted that cash, and that woman was stuck in the panic room, and then Daryl and that main guard, not Daryl, Carol and that main guard showed up and saved them. That was a good episode. The whole season's good. I mean, it's like one episode's slow and the next episode's good, so it's not all good, but there's just so much going on. When I was talking to Tanya last night, I was like, yeah, I'm like down to like, I'm down to the wire. I think I must have like 10 episodes left. Because like when I figured it out, I was like, I don't have enough time to watch all these. I think I have exactly 10 episodes left. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. I think I'm on episode 15. Because I was like, I told Tanya last night something about being on the last season. She's like, 11's not the last season. And I was like, yeah, it is, Tanya. I'm like, trust me, I binge watched it because she watched it like in real time with her son. And she's like, what's going on? And I go, the Commonwealth and whatever. She's like, oh, but that's like for several seasons. And I go, no, Tanya, it's like one season. She goes, well, it's not like a really long season. I was like, yeah, there's 24 episodes. She's like, oh yeah, I remember about that. She's like, oh, it gets really good. I said, don't. Because Tanya and I, y'all know how I ruin shows over here. Okay, like she and I together, we can't even talk on the phone about a show we haven't seen because we will totally ruin it for each other. And not even be trying to. So, but anyway, so yeah, I watched that last night. And then I still haven't watched Trouble with Angels. Maybe I'll watch that tonight. Tomorrow I don't have to get up super early. And I made, 6 videos today. So I don't think I'll make that many videos tomorrow. We'll see. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll end up making 7 videos tomorrow. Who knows? But I get to sleep in a little bit tomorrow. So tonight I'm going to definitely watch more of The Walking Dead and... Well, we'll watch Vanderpump Rules Reunion, and then Lisa Vanderpump was going to watch What Happens Live after it, so he'll want to watch that, and I want to watch that too. So those are the 2 shows we have, and then Luke will probably say, those are our only shows. Well, RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars comes out on Friday. And then what's the other thing? We were going to watch Pretty Little Liars together, but he wants to like watch it once a week. I think I want to binge watch the whole thing and wait till it comes out, because I've got enough shows to watch I can wait till... I think there's only going to be like 6 or 8 episodes, so I can wait till it's all out and watch that. So yeah, there's some other show that's coming on this week that we watch together, or I watch, I can't remember what it is. But today Caroline picked me up with our family friend. It was really good seeing her. We went to Cafe Patachou. I didn't think we would go there, but she was like, you guys go wherever you want to go, and Caroline was like, I want to go to Patachou. I haven't been to Patachou for a while. So we went to Patachou, and had a good time. It was super, super crowded because it was like, it was not even 12:30 when we got there. It was like 12:25 or something, like 12:20 when we got there. It was super busy, but they got us like right in. saw our favorite servers, and they came over and talked to us. Talked to her. We ate lunch until like 1:30, and then took her back home. We drove around her neighborhood for a little bit and looked at some houses and stuff. It was really nice. Telling stories. We were talking to her about like our grandma being in prison and stuff like that, and asking her, and she was like, so she was closest with my Uncle Dave and Aunt Kathy, and actually probably the camera stopped. She was really close with my Uncle Dave, and her husband was really close with my Aunt Kathy. And her husband and my Uncle Dave went to college together, which is how they knew each other originally, way back. So they've known each other since like college days. And they've been married like the same amount of time as my aunt and uncle were. And they were like in the room when my mom passed away, really close with my mom and stuff like that. So anyway, it was really good to see her. And I mean, Caroline sees her like every 2 to 3 weeks, but I hadn't seen her since the last time we went to brunch with her. She was just laughing. She's like, you guys were so funny together. She's like, I miss you guys so much. She's like, I forgot how funny you guys are. And she goes, you guys are always telling stories and teasing each other. And she goes, you guys really are like brother and sister. And I was like, oh. And so, she was telling us about her new roof that she had to get and all this kind of stuff. And she was like, yeah, we were telling her we were going to Costco. And she's like, I love your videos when you film videos together and stuff like that. And when Caroline and I go somewhere like Sullivan's or something, I'll film it. But like in the last couple of times, well, today we were so tired. We were so tired. We don't really do like reviews out anymore and stuff like that. So I don't really ever like break it out. But I will say this, when like I film throughout the day while we're gone together, and I know people love to watch it. Somebody DM'd me and they were like, are you going to do like for Cousin Fun Day a video this week? And I actually thought about it today, but after brunch, Caroline was so tired and I was so tired. I was like ready to have her pull in somewhere so we could take a nap. Like I was that tired. And I was like, see, this is why we don't do brunch anymore, Caroline, because we're so tired afterwards. But Caroline's totally down. She's like, film whatever, I don't care, like we can do whatever you want to do, film whatever. But the thing is like when I film it like I don't get out much, and I definitely don't get to like spend like, you know, an entire day with Caroline or Tanya or whatever. Like I don't want to film the whole thing sometimes, you know. And it's like even if it's 5 minutes here, 4 minutes there or whatever, like it is kind of like throughout, like I'm thinking about it the whole time, you know. So sometimes for me it's just like nice to just like get away and not think about like having the camera out to like, well, I don't usually take the camera, I film it on my phone now, but like if I do that. But we'll do one soon. She'll ask me from time to time, she'll be like, do you want to go to like where'd she ask me today, like Krispy Kreme, and get like some donuts to review. I was like, I don't even know what donuts are at Krispy Kreme right now. She always asks me if I want to do crumble. She's like, do you want to get crumble cookies and we can review them in the car together? And I'm like, if you want, but I don't know what crumble cookies are out this week. So maybe next week we'll do that. So after we dropped her off, we then ran. There was like a birthday present I was thinking about getting for Alex, and so I wanted to kind of like go look at it and stuff like that. It's not a possibility because of availability. So that's off my list. Alex sent me like a list of like 6 things he wanted, and when I went online and I looked, like 2 or 3 of them aren't even available. Like it says like notify me when they're like, I was like, okay, so I'm so clueless about, I'm really thinking I want to get him like a nice watch for his birthday, for his 40th. Alex wears watches a lot. He used to never wear watches, and in the last couple years he started wearing watches a lot. A couple years ago, I think it was Christmas, I bought him, maybe it was Christmas or his birthday, I don't remember. I bought him a Gucci watch, and he wears it a lot. It's just kind of like a stainless steel Gucci watch, and he likes it a lot. Gucci has another watch that I really like, but it's very similar. So I was like looking at different watches for him and things like that. I mean, it's his 40th birthday. I want to do something special for him. So yeah, so I don't know. And then we went to the post office. I had 1 letter at the post office, so there weren't any packages, no unboxing this week. Then we went to Costco, and I didn't really get a lot at Costco. I got dog treats, and that was it. Then we went and picked up my meds, my sleep meds, and then we were on our way home, and Caroline was like, do you want to go anywhere else? Do you want to go to Fresh Time? And I was like, well, I don't need any coffee, and Alex can take me on Friday or Saturday if I'm out of coffee. And I mean, he offers like all the time, like, just run you up to the store. I'm like, okay, but like I usually try to do all this stuff with Caroline. I don't necessarily like love leaving the house. So unless we go to like brunch or somewhere or whatever, and it's on the way home, like I don't necessarily want to go in someplace. Actually, Caroline, like on the way home, she was like, do you want to go to Target? Do you want to go here? I go, I just kind of want to get home. I was telling Tanya that it's like after a certain point, like when I'm gone, I'm just kind of like ready to be home. I like just like to be home. But anyway, so Caroline's like, you don't need any cottage cheese. You don't need any coffee. I said, I think I have like a couple cottage cheeses left. I have some coffee. I don't need to stop at Fresh Time. I'll just end up buying stuff I don't need. I said, Alex can run me up here if I need to get coffee this weekend. And she's like, okay, anywhere else? And I said, let's go to Trader Joe's and see if they have any new stuff. So we went to Trader Joe's, and they didn't have tons of new stuff. But I bought a couple things. I actually did a haul for my Peter Does Stuff channel, and then she brought me home. And I was like, are you tired? She's like, I am so tired right now. And I was like, do you have any dinner dates tonight? She's like, I have no dinner appointments. And she had a Cuban today at breakfast, which is like what Alex gets, the rice and beans and stuff. She goes, when we were going around Costco, she was literally eating every sample. And she's like, well, I've already, like, broken my Weight Watchers for today. She's doing good, though. She's, like, this week already, she had lost, like... See, she thinks it's good, and I think it's good for her, but if it's me, I'm super critical of myself. She's already lost, like, 0.4 pounds this week. I was like, that's great, Caroline. She's consistent. She either maintains or is consistent with it, or consistently loses a little bit, or maintains. So I'm proud of her for that. She's very strict on herself, though. Like, she ate bad today, so she's like, I might as well just, since I've already lost my points, I might as well just, like, kill it for today and then start over tomorrow. Like, that's how she thinks about it with Weight Watchers. I remember doing that with Weight Watchers. It's like, if you go past her points for that day, it's like... you might as well just, like, you know, whatever, and then, like, the next day start back with your points again. But she was explaining it to me today. For some of you out there probably do it. She was like, there's a lot of things that are free now. And I was like, what? And she's like, well, eggs are free. And I was like, I don't remember eggs being free back in the day because I used to eat those egg beater things. Do you guys remember those? They're like, they're not, like, real eggs or whatever. Or maybe I don't know. They come like the milk carton thing. But she said that Mike eats, because she got eggs at Costco. And I was like, why are you getting this big thing of eggs? You eat that many eggs? And she's like, I eat like 3 eggs for breakfast every morning. I was like, you do? And she was like, yeah, there's 0 points for Weight Watchers. So I like eggs. And she's like, and Mike eats a hard-boiled egg for lunch every day. And she's like, eggs are real healthy for you. I was like, sometimes, like, egg whites are good for you and things like that. And so we were talking about that. And she was telling me all the stuff that, like, it's 0 points that you can eat. It's, like, so different than it was back in the day. Like, there were certain vegetables when I did Weight Watchers, because my ex and I did it together. We're pretty successful on it. It was, like, all I thought about all the time. Like, Caroline talks about Weight Watchers a lot. Like, she'll be like, well, I have this many points left, or it's this, or it's that, or whatever. Like, that was how I was back in the day a lot. I thought about it all the time. Like, oh, I've got 15 points left. This is what I'm going to have for dinner, or I've got this or that. You know, it's constantly that. We would always, like, no matter, like, we ate a lot of, like, the Smart Ones meals. I think the Smart Ones might be, I don't know if they make them anymore, but they were, like, Weight Watchers or whatever, because they had the points on the side of them. A lot of the different, like, prepackaged, prepared meals, I'm going to have to change my contacts. My contact's itching me. I thought it might be my allergies, but my eye is feeling really, really dry. I feel like I've used my re-wetting drops 1,000 times today. So, what was I going to say? Oh, but the Smart Ones, it was like a red and white package, mostly red. Remember, they always had the points on the side of them, and we would eat a lot of those pre-processed, prepared meals. And then we would make, like, 2 cans of green beans. We ate green beans, like, with every meal, because green beans were, like, 0 points. And I remember we ate the hell out of green beans with no salt or anything on them, just green beans. Because you could eat as many green beans as you wanted. I can't remember what else we ate a lot of. Green beans and something else. But yeah, there were a lot of 0 point foods back in the day. And I guess there's even more now, Caroline said. So yeah, so it was fun. We had a good day. I was so tired when I got home, and then I was like, well, I'm going to film a couple videos. I got home earlier. I thought we'd get home at like 4:30. Because we went to brunch today, and then we did take our friend home. So I thought I'd get home at like 4:30 or 5, and I only filmed a vlog, but we got home at 3:30. And then I filmed it, like, it just started out here, and I was like, I'm just going to film the videos out here today, and actually got it done a lot quicker than, got the videos done a lot quicker than I thought I would. They're not super long. Like, my review video is like 8 or 9 minutes, and I think my haul is like 11 minutes. So they're short videos. They didn't take long to do. But while I was filming, though, it was funny because I sat out here for a second, like, while I was getting, like, took Boo out when I got home and stuff like that. And, like, nobody was on the street. And as soon as I started filming, like, cars came by and people were out and then talking and stuff like that and whatever. My neighbor's garden is already looking beautiful. I'm going to have to do a tour of that here soon. I should do, like, a May tour, a June tour, a July tour, and an August tour of, like, well, and, like, a September tour showing, like, her garden, like, through the summer seasons into fall. She probably enjoyed that too. She's got a lot of new stuff out there. She was showing me the other day different plants and stuff that she knows the names to, and I don't know the names to. And I read like 2 pages of the Walking Dead graphic novel last night. I need to like dedicate some time and just finish it. I think I've got like 10 pages left or something like that. I need to just finish it so I can start the second one. I really like it though. Bum 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 bum. This woman right here, this is what I love about these neighborhoods, like our neighborhood and the neighborhoods around us. This is her 3rd time walking around here. She's like talking on the phone. She's got her AirPods on. She's talking on the phone. I can hear her talking. Maybe she turned the other way. I've actually never seen this woman in the neighborhood before, but she looks like somebody that would live in this neighborhood. She's got like a white t-shirt on, gray sweatpants. She's like walking pretty fast. I was like, she must have walked the other way. But there's like, you could walk in this neighborhood, just like around the pool, down that street, come around. I mean, it's like a crazy A, or 8 is whatever it is. You could like do all that like 5 times and it would be like an hour. Like just staying just in this neighborhood. Like literally not even a mile outside, just in this neighborhood with all the streets and the winding around and stuff like that. Like when I walk down there, I walk down to the tennis courts. I walk over like the parking thing by the tennis court. I walk up. I walk then down the path that goes to like the book thing. And then I look and like walk back past, but all fast. Like I don't like, you know, I like look by the book thing and then I keep on walking. And then I walk, is this Alex? Oh, it is Alex. He's like, and then I walk down the path to the pool. They're like working on the pool. Did I tell you guys that? Oh my God, I was so excited. I think I said it in another video. But they're like working on the pool. They're like draining it and they're doing the grout and they were power washing it. They had all that stuff they were doing it today because I had Caroline drive down there on her way here. Because she was like, oh my God, is the pool open? So it looks like the pool will be open for Memorial Day. So I'm real excited about that. Well, all right, Alex is home and this is longer than I thought I was going to film. So I'm going to get off here now. I hope that you guys are having a magically amazing Wednesday. I have had such a fantastic day. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day today too. If nobody else has told you this today, or even if they have, I love you, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Love you.